Hey, good afternoon, Virgos. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do y'all's April 2019 General Love Reading. So, if you are a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, stay tuned and hopefully you find some messages that resonate with you and your situation, giving you a little insight and something to move forward with. Take the messages as they resonate. Don't try to make anything fit that does not apply. You know what fits to your soul, what speaks to it. As I've expressed in previous videos, the way my phone has been tripping out lately, I can't do the average, and I've been trying to shorten it anyways, but I usually like to meditate and shuffle on screen. But it allows me, when doing all that, to have longer video times. And at a certain point, it'll either cut off sound, like it'll let me finish recording and I think I did it, and then I'll look and halfway through or towards the end the sound is gone, or it'll just stop me like right now as I'm recording at a certain point and I'm just like, fuck, okay. Literally, that's my reaction, like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Imagine doing a reading, because many of you out there read cards too, and it's just like, or anything you're doing where you just put in time and it's just like, fuck, really? That's not something I could just like restart the same way I just did it. But enough rambling. I guess I feel like I have the time because y'all's reading is so straightforward. We've got the Malik of Cups and the Tarot of the Moors here. All of these upright. The Malik of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Emir of Disc. Second row, we've got the Ace of Water, upright position, Piscean energy. We have got the Two of Fire, Sagittarius energy. And we have Eshu from the Tarot of Orisha. Now, before I get down into these Sibylla cards, let's just go ahead and talk about these first two rows. Now, just off the bat, what I truly see are opportunities coming in for you for true love and romance. Harmonious, peaceful, tranquil love. Like, this is what you have attracted by removing yourself from a situation. You are attracting a union within the Ten of Cups, okay? Which is talking about tradition and is talking about family. With this energy that's coming in, as the Malik of Cups, which translates to the King of Cups in traditional tarot. Now, this Malik of Cups is someone who is very civil, serene, peaceful, tranquil. He's very much about being in positive environments at all times. This is someone who basically is a deliverer, if you follow me. Like, this is someone who, when you meet he or she, when you meet this individual, he or she, it's like, it's like I don't want to say save you, because it's not like, well, some of you may have needed to be saved from situations, but it's like that saving type energy where they come and they rescue you from whatever the fuck you were going through that pained you. Okay? Now, you were only able to manifest this because of how far you've come yourselves, Virgo, so it's not like you were literally between a rock and a hard place and somebody came and got you. No. They understand and see. They might not understand just yet, but they see, because you radiate your beauty within your experiences, You radiate that you have made it through some shit. And you're carrying it out in a beautiful way to where they are seeing this energy, though it's presented as a female, just this feminine energy within the Ten of Cups, because it could be male or female. They're seeing you as this feminine counterpart, no matter the gender that they can have this relationship with. Now, to tell you a little bit more about this person, we come to the Emir of Discs. And it's really amazing to see this. I'm so happy for y'all. Like, to see this energy from the Malik of Cups to the Emir of Discs. And the Emir of Discs, he is a very, like, this is one of the best knights you could get. You know, it translates to the Knight of Pentacles. Or, I don't know, some decks are the Prince of Pentacles as well. But, this is someone who, and we talked about, you know, how tranquil and soft-spoken, but dedicated and loving. Like, you got kind of a shyish energy from the King of Cups, because that's how he comes off in this deck. Like, and in most decks, but, like, particularly there are variations, even though, you know, things may be relatives for the same suits. So that's just, like, the gentle, true gentle nature that he comes with. It's like, I feel like other Kings of Cups, especially in their imagery, carry out more of an emphasis on the passion, okay? Whereas this Malik here is there, it's known, but it's more so in this vase here that the mouth of the vase leads up to the vast ocean. So it's kind of like you gotta get there to know it, okay? You gotta get there to see it. You feel it. You can vibe it from this card. You can see it. But just to know how deep it runs, you gotta come into a Ten of Cups type situation with an individual like this, male or female. Basically, you know what I'm saying? You gotta buy the cow. Can't just get the milk. You won't get the milk. I'm being silly. Anyways, the Emir of Disc, like coming from the Malik of Cups to the Emir of Disc, this is someone who is very private. So that's why I said all that, because it's like, this is someone who has that combination of being private, being shy, being reserved, but this is someone who is very well traveled, very well versed. This is someone who has been all over and is very experienced, okay? This is also someone who is very much, I don't want to say focused on building, but it's almost his energy that as he's on this camel traveling and he's got this massive pentacle, this gorgeous pentacle, you know, at his heart chakra, and you see this man who is so wise and so versed and so poised, because poise is another thing of the Mirror of Disc. You're just kind of like, well, why is he alone? Why is she single? Well, because they're looking for you. Like, that's the story as it's being told here, is that they're traveling to seek you. Like, the Emir of Disc has this understanding that they can continually, like, travel and roam and do them. This is, what is it? The last deacon of Aries, the first two deacons of Taurus. So, very much Taurian energy. It's like they could do all that, and they know that where life is going to lead them is to the love that they deserve. Because they like, this is a person that's also very self-aware, okay? So they move about humbly. And you can move about and be grounded at the same time, interestingly enough. Like, these are some of the things that, you know, this individual will show you that's coming into your life. Now, when we get to the second row, we've got the Ace of Water, the Two of Fire reversed in issue, right? So, this talks about a passionate new beginning of people unionizing. Like, this is a unionization of internal feelings. Like, all the factors that, like, okay, you know, when you reflect back on your childhood and all of the things that have occurred there to get you to the point where you are. Like, when you have a balance within yourself because of what you've gone through, where you're at, and how you feel, like how you've internalized it all and rose above or implemented these lessons, right? Because this card really does also talk about childhood culminations, everything coming to that point. You know, once you hit that balance, we talk about attracting the balance, you know, within another. So as we talk more about balance with this Two of Fire, which is a card of Fury balance. Show you the imagery, the door with the the two guardian statues on either side. This card talks about cooperation. And it talks about the energy that's being given to situations. Is there reciprocity? What's going on? Well, what this tells me is, because like you obtained a balance within yourself by choosing to remove yourself from a situation that was imbalanced with this Two of Fire reversed, where I can see that you were the one that was giving so much. You were the one who was always compromising and becoming pained in the end. And you know, the imbalance in that situation left you within the imbalance until you got a hold of things and turned your life around and took on this SU energy to manifest new beginnings. There's one thing about a Virgo mind is that they are so big on manifesting. Like, y'all understand manifesting. You know, we can give credit to Pisces. We've seen this reading. We can give credit to Taurus, which is my sun sign, which we see in this reading. It's funny because those are the two signs that came to mind when I thought of manifestations, and like, you know, they're on the board here, but oh, so that could be who you're manifesting as well, a Taurus or a Pisces. Aries, Taurus cusp, a Taurus, a Pisces. Yeah. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so you've manifested this new beginning with this SU energy, and you're so sure on where you're headed, and this is kind of like where you two meet. You see both of these cards are traveling. Mirror of Discs, traveling with this Pentacle and this Camel. This Camel looks chill. Hell, oh my god, I just noticed this. This Camel's fucking smiling, dude. Like, come on. Shit's good. You think it's hot. You think he's feeling some type of way, but that's just how chill the cucumber is with his Mirror of Disc energy. Got cooling packs. You didn't even know the Moors had that shit back then, but he's got a cooling pack in the desert. Therefore, he is not hot. Alright, enough of the silliness. But no, okay, and you see this energy of SU is traveling too. So it's your lives are bringing you together, okay? So that's what I see for you in April. That could carry up until like the first week of May. Now when we get into this bottom row here, the Sibyllas, I'm gonna just read out what we got here, and you can kind of see it, I'm sure. I'm trying to peep the view. We've got Size, Surprise, Melancholy, Merchant reversed, Old Woman reversed, Pleasure Seekers, Waiting, Wife reversed, Enemy upright. I can nutshell this shit real quick for you. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna shuffle a couple of Goddess Guidance, because this bottom row is like as simple as it gets. Y'all have had like a clear-cut fucking practical ass reading, Virgo. Give me 2 Goddess Guidance cards for Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. Okay. Bitch, please. So we've been talking about balance this whole time. You just wait. So what this is telling me is that, in a nutshell, what you have to do is get rid of these old ways of thinking. Okay? I'm getting the word haggard. Like, you used to be involved with someone, or you were involved with someone emotionally connected with someone who made you feel haggard, who made you feel tired. You were always stressed, and there was always like this unpredictable nature to it. Okay? And that's how I'm taking this Surprise card. It usually represents a positive element, but I mean, hey, this is a Sibylla deck, and it allows me to really expand. And it's been a lot of time you've been spending like waiting for situations to get better, when really, and I can't remember whose reading I said this in, there was more of a sense of camaraderie from this person than love. Like keeping you at a distance with some breadcrumb type shit and really toying and manipulating your emotions. Now, there still may be communications or ties to this person for whatever reason, and I'm going to tell you right now, just keep on your way with not playing into any of that and with cutting it off. Because I do see also with this Enemy card that not only does it represent you realizing that this person was an imposter and not who they claim themselves to be. It kind of talks about you not needing to be your worst enemy and have self-doubt and shit like that as far as what you left behind. Okay? Because you know what you want. You know what your true passion is. The energy in size, looking this way. Energy in melancholy, looking this way. That haggard old woman, looking this way. The merchant reverse, looking this way. Bullshit ass pleasure seekers, looking this way. Enemy who's stalking you at the same time, because this is all the energy I'm pulling from this enemy card here, looking this way. The wife reverse, which shows the situation you'll end up in if you choose to indulge in that shit. Alone, heartbroken, with burden and weight. Because of the two variations of what you lost. That old ass bullshit that you still might have been tied to in this amazing person before you. Looking that way. You want to know who's looking the other way? You want to know who's looking this way? The card of waiting. The card of positivity. Because no matter which ones were upright and reversed, okay, and the only other one, so I can bring these two to tie them in together, is surprise. So we get back to a positive element of surprise by you realizing the blessing that is before you. By you realizing that karma will be handled, and by you realizing that you maintaining your balance is the best thing to do. Because in Mat, we have the scales here. This is Goddess Guidance card of Libra, fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Okay? And the outcome of this situation is very fair, very fucking just, and you are making it out on top. What it is just closing off all of this old energy. Get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. Get rid of it in the ways that it may still pertain to how you think, because you don't need any, you don't desire any communication or anything like that with this new person that you're dealing with to be affected by anything that you were still attached to in the past. So what if you cut this person off, or if you don't see them? Like, we're really rebuilding our mindsets and our hearts, and that's what the Ace of Water is always going to continue to have us do. Because whatever you experience with this person, you've experienced in another relationship before that, leading back to something that was again tied to your childhood. So what you're doing is you're ending a cycle that has lasted so long to have what could be essentially everlasting love, because this is definitely soulmate shit here. Last Goddess Guidance we have is Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. You know what's right. You know what you deserve. You know what you are. Shit. You just know it's time. Because, you know, I feel kind of like saying you know what you're owed. But yeah, I mean, come on. You know exactly what you're owed, Virgo. And you may not see it right now, because you two are still traveling towards one another. Whether this person is literally having to move to the city that you're in, whether it's just talking about the paths that you're on in life and how it's just bringing you together in that next serendipitous situation that occurs in your life, whatever it is, trust that what you left behind, what you let go of, trust that it literally has you walking towards that right person. Okay, so that's what I got for you. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, and I hope it all sticks. Please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments. Any information about a personal reading will be below in the description box. And I love y'all. Beautiful reading.